Hi Cancer, this is your forecast for the month of August 2016. This is a general reading for Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising, or Cancer Moon. If you have a different rising or moon sign, you might find watching those videos helpful as well. Please remember that these are general readings, and so they may not apply to everyone. If you would like a reading that is specific to you, please visit my website at thealchemistastrologer.com, provided on the link at the upper corner. If you have visited the site before, please clear your browser's cache to allow the appointment button to function properly. Okay, Cancer, so for you, the first week of August begins with the Eight of Wands, and so you are probably trying to catch your breath because things are moving very quickly. Maybe you're trying to overcome some challenge, or maybe something that was blocked has now opened up for you. And now it's full steam ahead. You're having to move quickly, act quickly. Maybe you have some new ideas. Maybe there's some news coming into you, some kind of communication. This could be internet, email. Some of you will be traveling, maybe air travel. But there is forward motion. Things are moving quickly. Again, maybe some new ideas. Maybe there's a job offer. Some of you may even be falling in love. But this is a week to expect the unexpected, because anything could happen with regard to you, other people, or situations. Nothing is going to follow the plan that you have devised. So no matter how much you are organized or how carefully you laid your plans out this week, either you're going to change your mind, or some kind of external circumstance is going to require that you take a step back to regain your composure and readjust your focus to a situation. So something unexpected this week is going to cause you to have to move quickly to either complete something, to try to salvage something you were involved in, or try to launch or begin something because of some new circumstances that are manifesting for you. This is also a week where, though, you're able to think on your feet. You're able to make quick decisions, sound decisions, and you may find that you accomplish a great deal more in less time. And so maybe you get a lot done this week. But for some of you, it seems that things are moving so quickly that you're overwhelmed. Situations they feel as if they're taking over you, that you're dragging behind a situation. So in that case, it's going to be very difficult for you to digest what's going on. You're going to be feeling as if your head is spinning and you don't have time to make the kind of decisions that you need to. So again, this week, whether or not you'd been expecting it, one or two matters is going to move more quickly than you may be prepared to deal with. And so it's up to you to take the bull by the horns to create a happy outcome for yourself. Now, the second week you have the Queen of Pentacles. So perhaps you are dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female. Or perhaps you are employing these traits, or another person is, or the situation is characterized by the traits of this Queen. So this is someone who is a good business person, a good organizer, they're very practical, sensible money manager. So this could be a week where you're going over your finances, you're getting organized. Maybe you are, this is a very earthy person and, into the material comforts of life. So some of you may be focused on creating a homey environment for yourself, beautifying your surroundings. Maybe some of you are even working in your garden. But this is a week where you're focused on the practical and, getting to the bottom of things. Some of you are going to want to know the answers to some questions this week. But this is a time for you to be practical, take a sensible approach, get organized, maybe experience the sensual side of life, the nurturing yourself and other people, trying to manage your money. And some of you are involved in business and financial matters. Some of you may even be involved, maybe you're having a baby. But this is a week where you're going to feel maybe a stronger connection to someone, a relationship, a partnership, and you're going to feel confident in it and take that to the next level. Whether this is with someone from your past or maybe some new connection that you've made. However, because this queen likes to manage, make sure that you don't step out of line by, taking charge of a situation that really doesn't belong to you, or speaking for another person, or making decisions for another person without asking, because then this could lead to some kind of friction in your relationships. Now, hopefully this queen is acting at her best. In her shadow side, there's issues of irresponsibility, a lack of common sense, maybe some stagnation, overindulgence perhaps, or a lack of motivation. But generally this queen is about getting organized, being practical, getting results, getting some bottom line answers. Now, the third week you have the Knight of Wands, and so perhaps this is a fire sign: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female. This night, maybe you're involved in negotiations this week, or maybe you're traveling. Again, you had the Eight of Wands, that's a travel card. So perhaps some of you are traveling or moving from one location to another. Some of you may be moving home. And perhaps the focus last week was trying to beautify your home because you're moving from one place to another. Some of you, though, are involved in some new project. Maybe you're an entrepreneur, or you're enterprising, or you're in business. And so in this case, there's something that you feel enthusiastic about, that you want to act on, that you want to move forward on. Some of you are just simply interested in having a good time. You want to relax. You want to enjoy yourself. Now, if this is a person that you're involved with, this is someone who's very fiery, very passionate, a lot of fun to be around, adventurous. This person, though, may not necessarily be someone who wants to settle down. Now, the shadow side of this person, this could be an opportunist, someone who's a liar, someone who promises a lot but they don't deliver, they're unreliable, they're irresponsible. And so those may be issues that are important this week. This could be a week that you're feeling very impetuous. You want to move forward. You want adventure, in which case you may suddenly decide to begin a relationship, or you may decide to end a relationship. Some of you may accept a date or an offer of partnership, even if you hadn't been looking for that. And others of you will surprise yourself by taking the initiative to partner up with someone. For some of you, this is going to be a risk that this connection will somehow have a risk element involved, and you may regret it sooner than later. But this is a week where you're going to have a heightened sense of intuition. Now, as a Cancer, you're already a very intuitive person. But this week, your sense of intuition is indeed heightened. However, there are timing issues at play this week. And so this sort of plays havoc with the situation. There may be something that you're involved with where you felt like this was a sure thing, a sure bet, and somehow it falls through. And then there are other things that you may be involved in that you feel, well, this is a long shot, and lo and behold, it's successful. So timing somehow is an issue with regard to this week. Now, the very last week you have the Knight of Pentacles. So again, we have earth energy. And there's a focus again on the sense of security, making some tangible progress. Maybe you are trying to make some progress in an area that is important to you on a financial level or an emotional level. This is the card about putting in your due diligence, and maybe there's a focus on improved finances, taking a sensible course of action. So this could be a week where there's some unexpected sources of income or some money. So it could have been that you had some news that arrived, something that you had to act quickly on. You were trying to get organized and take a practical approach. Maybe this was some new enterprise or a project that has the potential to bring some income to you. Maybe this is a week where you have connections to people that are in finance, like accountants or money managers. Maybe you're dealing with banks or financial institutions. Maybe you're making some purchases. It could be that you're involved with someone that is, known in the industry, whatever that is that you're involved in. So this is a week where you may get involved socially. You may be involved in some group activities. And if so, this is going to open up some possibilities for you socially and romantically as well. But this is a week, though, where if last week you might have been seeking adventure and fun, this is a week where you're focused on settling down. You want to be in relationships with people that are in it for the long haul. So it's possible that you will be making connections to people that you have a long-term relationship with. Now, maybe you were involved with someone who was rather adventurous, and then this is a week where you kind of put the kibosh on things. Maybe someone maybe is a wet blanket on a situation. Overall, maybe you're involved in a situation where, if this is a love relationship, where you're having to make a choice between two lovers. This could be someone who really is exciting and fun to be with. They're thrilling, but you're not so sure if you can rely on this person or if they'll be faithful to you. And then on the other hand, you have another person who is really, tried and true, solid, but maybe not all that exciting, but you know that you can count on them to be faithful and loyal. So maybe you're weighing up between, two other people, or you're looking at a situation and weighing whether it seems as if you're making a choice between what's risky and what's solid and reliable, whether that's in a relationship, whether that's in a business partnership, or even within yourself. You may be having a struggle within yourself about, should I take this risk and put myself out there and seek the adventure that I'm yearning for? Or do I need to really focus and buckle down and make sure that my finances are in order and I take the safe route? Now, the underlying energy is the Chariot, which has a strong tie to Cancer. And it's this very thing that seems to be reiterated, this choice of trying to reconcile opposing forces. So this is a month where there's a clear purpose in mind. You know what you want. You're very determined. You're willing to put forth the effort. There's strong willpower at play, and you're interested in asserting yourself. Because there's some achievement that you want. Maybe you want to master a skill or master yourself, or you have a goal that you're willing to fight for, because there's a strong sense of purpose. Again, another emphasis also on travel and communication. You have a couple of travel cards, and you have a card that can also be, the Eight of Wands can be travel or communication. And so maybe again, you're doing some traveling for business or considering that. But it's likely also that you are dealing with conflict of interests, yours against other people, people in opposition to you. And you're having to use your strength of will to move forward. Some of you may be looking to win. For a small percentage of you, there may even be some type of court case that you're involved in. But now, this card also is about self-mastery, and so it's going to be important for you to master your ego, your emotions, your anger, to curb any negative impulses that you may have. Some of you will need to be careful about driving this month. Maybe you're driving too quickly. You could very easily get a ticket. Maybe some of you are thinking of purchasing a new car. Some of you will have car repairs that you have to attend to. So that could be a focus for you. But because this is a card about being mastering these emotions, you need to realize that your attitude, your outlook, the way you're interacting with other people, your behavior is having a very strong impact on those around you, even more so than you probably realize. And this is going to be a month where you're going to have to play dual roles. At some point, you're going to be a leader in a situation. At some other point, you may have to follow. And again, there are going to be issues related to travel or communication that are going to cause you to have to change your schedule in some way, whether that's your personal schedule, a professional schedule, or, coming up with something, some strategy for your finances. So this is a month where you have a focus on greater efficiency and leadership. Now, because you're having to adapt to new circumstances, just know that any kind of alterations that occur throughout this month are actually going to bring you more opportunities than they cost. And if you're having to travel or relocate, it's probably going to be something unusual, intriguing, romantic, or adventurous behind it. This is a month where you're really going to have to put forth all of your effort, and you have the determination to do so. You're going to have to be very concentrated to advance, and you're going to need to be patient because it's going to be tested at some point, probably through perhaps some delays or some miscommunication, perhaps some mechanical breakdowns, or even some medical issues that crop up. Also, because this Chariot is a card of being single-minded in purpose, you may be so focused and so vested in a particular outcome or a particular connection to a person, and you may feel that this is all that matters. This is what is going to give your life meaning. This is what is going to make you happy. In which case, you are looking for your confidence in the wrong place. Know that circumstances may, spiral in a way that's beyond your control, or because you made some kind of miscalculation, a misjudgment, in which case then a situation is not going to move forward as smoothly or as quickly as you want it. Because this is a card number 7, you are going to have to take a look at your relationships. One or more of your relationships is going to enter some new phase, whatever that means, and it's going to open you up in some way, change your perspective, give you a new viewpoint, bring a lesson to you, broaden your horizons, if you're paying attention. Okay, Cancer, so there's going to be some kind of a review for you this month. You're going to be weighing your options, and it seems that those options are largely trying to figure out what's best for you, juggling a lot of things, making the choice between stepping out and taking a risk, being bold, or being practical, being conservative, or being rash and impulsive, and trying to reconcile opposition, whether that's within yourself, with outside circumstances, or with other people. All right, Cancer, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and before I close, let me give you my heartfelt thanks because I made my 100 subscriber mark, and I owe that all to you. So thank you for your support. Keep those subscriptions coming, your likes, your kind comments, and I hope you have a fantastic August, and I look forward to speaking with you next month.